November is going to be a powerful month of spaciousness, expansiveness, and also abundance. It's a time where we can truly open ourselves up to new possibilities and also tapping into the abundant flow that is now available throughout November. Because November is the energy of 11/11, and especially we also have November the 11th and as well, where we're tapping into the 11/11 portal. So this month there's a lot around abundance, about spaciousness, about openness, really tapping into new beginnings, new opportunities and things like that to really help you evolve, expand, and tap into the heightened energy of manifestation to really bring about your desires with more ease and also more quickly as well. And in this video I want to share with you the key dates of November that are really important for you to know, to maybe mark your calendar for those, then also the key energies of what to really expect throughout November. And also I'm going to share with you some action steps of how you can really make the most out of the energies that are now available with November. So let's start out with the key dates that are really important to know about November. Now, November starts out with the new moon on November the 1st. And the key theme for that is abundance now flows. So right away, November starting out with the new moon and the abundance really starts flowing right away. And the energy of this beautiful abundance is going to stay with us throughout the entire month. But it really kickstarts with the new moon on November the 1st. And here I want to invite you to check out the two videos in the description below. It's the new moon forecast and then also the new moon light language activation as well, to really help you tap into those beautiful energies to really magnetize your desires. Because that's really what is available now with not just the new moon, but throughout the month of November, you can really magnetize your desires with more ease. Then November the 11th, we have the 11/11 portal. It's all about manifestation. Your manifesting abilities are really being heightened even more on November the 11th. So here you can more easily really manifest your desires, those that are really in soul alignment. Then on November the 15th, we have the full moon. And the key theme for the full moon is that ease replaces struggle. So you can go about your life with more ease and things like that. And then on November the 26th, Mercury goes retrograde. It's going to be the last Mercury retrograde season of 2024. And that spans all the way until about December the 15th. Now, the key theme for this Mercury retrograde season is that the final chapter begins. So it's basically that final push for us to really ascend, transcend, and really accelerate our awakening before we're then moving into 2025. So this Mercury retrograde season is actually then supporting us, preparing us for that energy changeover then as we're then moving into then 2025. And it's also then preparing us for the next phase of our life. And then on November the 30th, we then also have another new moon. So the November basically starts with a new moon and ends with a new moon. And the key theme for the new moon on the 30th is about expanding your consciousness to elevate higher. So November is truly a power-packed month. Like I said, it's starting with a new moon, it ends with a new moon, and throughout the month, it's all about manifestation, it's about abundance, it's really tapping into that energy of expansiveness and spaciousness. So there's a lot really that's happening this month that can really assist you in really elevating higher, really manifesting your desires with more ease, and really tapping into that untapped potential that you haven't really tapped into up until this point. All this is now available throughout November. So let me share with you the key things that I think you should know about November so you can really make the most out of what this month really has to offer. The first thing I want you to know is that throughout the month of November, you will feel a sense of expansiveness, spaciousness, where maybe your day is also more spacious, where you have more time to really do the things that are really dear to your heart, and also the expansiveness as really tapping into more that previously you weren't able to tap into. You can tap more into your full potential. So think of it like that. The invisible ceiling of what was really possible for you up until this point is being lifted. So you can really expand higher, really spread your wings, so to speak, go after things that you want. So November is really giving you that spaciousness, that expansiveness to really expand into whatever you really want to expand into. Do more, manifest more, things like that. There's really that invisible ceiling is basically being lifted, so you can really tap into that unlimited way of going about life, the really going after the things that you truly want to go after. You can also more easily move on those things that previously maybe have felt stuck. If maybe you were working on something or you were trying to do something, it just felt so heavy and stuck and it just felt like it wasn't really moving. Well, in November, that also is being lifted. That stuckness is being lifted, so to speak, because we're really tapping into the spaciousness, that expansive energy throughout the entire month of November. So if there's anything that you have been sitting on or haven't really started doing or have felt held back, November is really the time to move on those ideas, those things that you want to do, the things that you felt stuck on. November is really the time for you to take action, to move on those things, because you're able to really move on those things with more ease and also unhindered. So that's really the first thing I want you to know, is that throughout the month of November, there's really that spaciousness, that expansiveness that you can really tap into and evolve into as well. Then the second thing I want you to know is that throughout the month of November, manifestation will be heightened. So you can manifest the things that you want with more ease. So here, just a word of caution, be careful what you put your attention on, because anything is being manifested with more ease. So it's not just the things that you want, but it's also the things that you don't really want, because wherever you put your focus on. So if your focus is a lot on lack and limitation, I can't do this, I don't have the money and things like that, you're magnetizing that. So you're drawing more of that into your experiences, right? So here you want to be careful what you put your attention on throughout the month of November. And this is also assisting us in really sharpening our manifesting skills, because since this month is all about really manifesting, and we're tapping into the 1111 portal as well, which is going to intensify your manifesting abilities, it's also really giving you the time to practice your manifesting skills, your manifesting practices, to really manifest more in alignment. Focus really on the things that you do want to manifest and reject anything else. If you're often catching yourself that you're in lack and limitation, I want to invite you throughout November, put that aside, say, no, I'm not available for this, because you have the ability to manifest the things that you want with more ease throughout November. So you're being given the cosmic assistance to really manifest with more ease. And I have found that when we're having those little wins, those quick wins, when we're thinking about manifesting something, it makes it easy. It gives us also the confidence that, you know what? I manifested this, so heck yeah, I can manifest all the things that I do want, right? And then it can help you to also then reject any doubts around you or being able to manifest, because you've had those small wins. So throughout the month of November, I want to invite you, do your manifesting practices. Whether it's visualization, affirmation, scripting, whatever it is, listening to certain guided meditation, or also listening to the new moon activation about magnetizing your desires, whatever it is. But throughout the month of November is the ideal time to really dive deep into your manifesting practices, to start manifesting the things that you want, because now you can really manifest kind of unhindered. But like I said, be careful what you're putting your attention on, because you can also manifest the things that you don't want, because if that is where your focus is most of the time, that's what you will magnetize as well. And here I just want to mention, if you would like some support in really helping you really stay in alignment and helping you manifest your desires, I want to invite you, join us inside Transcendence. That's my membership. We're meeting weekly on weekly calls where you can get support and guidance, even some healing and clearing, to really help you stay in alignment with what you want to manifest, even help you magnetize your desires with more ease as well. And you can get that support. You can get that community as well to help you in your path moving forward. So if that's of interest to you, there's a link in the description below. You can try out Transcendence for free. Try it out for 7 days. See if you like it. Join us on our next call and get the support that will help you really manifest your desires with more ease. So if that's of interest to you, link is in the description below. I would be honored if you were to join us inside Transcendence. Then the third thing I want you to know is that you now also have the ability to truly reach new heights and go after your desires. Because you're being actually asked to evolve your desires, to evolve on your dreams, to also dream bigger. Because oftentimes we're dreaming in a limited way. We're limiting ourselves because we may not think that more is possible, or maybe I should just settle for something less because it's easier to obtain than the thing that I actually really would like. But here I want to invite you, allow yourself to really dream bigger throughout the month of November. Like I said, manifestation is heightened, so you can really manifest your desires with more ease. And like I said, right now, you're really also being asked and invited to dream bigger. Think of it like that. We are tapping into expansiveness, into spaciousness. That also means to evolve who you are, evolve your desires, your dreams, the things you go after, the things you want to create. But it needs to be really in alignment. So here I want to invite you, really tune into your desires. Is this really what you want, or is there a more expansive way or more spacious way of how you want to really go about this? Or is there something that you have been going after and it's really not in alignment? Because energetic alignment is really key in creating the life that you want. And now, as we're really tapping into that manifesting power, the heightened energy of manifestation, you want to really be in energetic alignment so you can manifest your desires with more ease. And sometimes that also means be more expansive about what you wish for, what you want to create for your life, what you want to manifest. So here's then also the invitation to tap into the energy of expansiveness. Tune into the things that you want and see how can you expand on that. Even the way you're showing up in the world, how can you expand that? What you're doing with, whether you're a spiritual entrepreneur or you're in your career or whatever, or just in your life. Maybe there's also a more expansive way of what you do or how you show up. Then the fourth thing I want you to know is that November can also bring up a lot of shadow aspects within yourself. The fears, the doubts, the feeling of I'm not good enough, I'm not deserving, I can't do this, I'm not able, I'm not capable, it's going to be too hard, and all of those different things. Maybe even past experience, they may surface as well. Those past woundings, those past disappointments, those past experiences that you've had that taught you it's not safe to do this or things like that. And here's also an invitation to move past them because they're coming up for a reason. That's an invisible ceiling that has kept you stuck at that level where you're at right now. And all these things coming to the surface throughout November is an opportunity for you to move past them, break through them, heal them, clear them, do what you need to do to transcend into a higher way of being, to break through that invisible ceiling that has been keeping you stuck in life, that has been holding you back. You now have the opportunity to break free from that. And here, again, if you need some support, join us inside Transcendence. I can assist you throughout our weekly calls to really break through those invisible ceiling, those blocks that are really holding you back, because November truly gives you that opportunity to expand. So make the most out of it, whether it's you working on your own to really break through your shadow aspects. Even maybe check out my other channel where it's all about shadow work, so you can get some more guidance and insights into how to really work through those shadow aspects that are really coming to the forefront throughout November to really help you break free from them, to transcend them into something higher so you can really go after the life that you want. Because November really brings so many beautiful opportunities to grow, to expand, to evolve, to manifest your desires. So you really want to make the most out of it. And by transcending those lower level shadow aspects, you can really elevate into a higher way of being and going after things that you want. But just be aware that throughout November, there may be things that are coming to the surface that may not be so comfortable. Those shadow aspects, those fears, those doubts, the limiting beliefs. And whenever you're noticing those, be grateful for that, because then you have the awareness to do something about it. Whether it's, like I said, you're diving into shadow work, maybe joining me inside Transcendence, maybe getting a healing session, or whatever it is. But do what you can do to break free from those limitations to really set yourself free, because then you can really tap into the energy of expansiveness and spaciousness and also experience more abundance, more ease, and more flow in your life. Then the fifth and final thing I want you to know is that you truly have the ability to experience many uplifting shifts and external growth throughout this month. Remember, it's all about tapping into the energy of spaciousness, expansiveness, and even abundance. Be expansive in everything that you do. Don't hold back, because now throughout November, you really have the opportunity to really elevate your life, elevate what you have been doing, expand what you have been doing. And here the invitation is to tap into the energy of boundlessness, expansiveness, and also spaciousness. And here maybe contemplate about, what do these words really mean to you? Boundlessness, expansiveness, spaciousness. To get somewhat of an idea of, well, what do you want to create? What do you want to experience? Spaciousness, for example, could mean that you have more space in your day to do more of the things that you would like to do, to maybe take a little nap, to maybe rest, or to maybe dive into your spiritual practices, or whatever it is, right? Or spaciousness to create, to be creative, to do something that you enjoy. Boundlessness is that there are really no limits to what you can do, what you can experience. And expansiveness as well, that you can really reach much, much further and wider than what you have up until this point. That you're really breaking through those limitations, the things that have been holding you back. Contemplate about that and really tap into that energy on a day-to-day basis throughout the month of November. So these are the key things that I want you to know. Now, let me share with you some action steps that you can take. Now, I already mentioned a couple throughout this video already, but here are some action steps that you can really take to really make the most out of the energy that is available in November. And by the way, if you enjoyed this video, do me a favor, hit the like button. Maybe you share it with someone that you think could benefit from it. I would greatly appreciate it. But now, as far as the action steps goes, ideally, you want to tap into the energy of expansiveness, spaciousness, boundlessness on a day-to-day basis. Really connect with that. And you can do something simple, just tuning into your heart and just connecting with the words. That's why like contemplating about what these words mean for you would be ideal, so you can have somewhat of a reference of what it may feel like when you're really tapping into that. Or just, tap into the essence of these words, of whatever it feels to you. Because when you're tapping into spaciousness, it's like really having that space to really expand as much as you want. And boundlessness the same way, like really tapping into those energies, that would be ideal if you can do that on a day-to-day basis, even if you're trying to do something and you feel quite held back, quite limited. Also tap into the energy of spaciousness, expansiveness, boundlessness, and then go back to what you were doing to see if anything has shifted. Because oftentimes we're just so stuck in that limited energy, and when you are tapping into the boundlessness, expansiveness, then the energy shifts, and then you're more able to then move forward on things where you no longer feel stuck. Then secondly, revisit your dreams and desires. And here, look at everything, all aspects about that, and see where can you expand on that. Is what you thought are your dreams and your desires, are they really in alignment still? Are they really resonating with you? Is it also maybe limited? Is it maybe there's something more that you want to actually be doing? Get clear on that. Really revisit your dreams and desires and make adjustments to it. And here it's okay to let something go, or to evolve something, to tweak something. It's okay if you do that. You want to be in energetic alignment with that, because then things really flow. That's when you then can really manifest these things with more ease, because you're in energetic alignment. When you're in energetic misalignment, then you're creating more obstacles, more challenges, more setbacks, things not working out, and just that energetic squeeze that you may feel whenever you're trying to work on it, whenever you're trying to go after it, or even when you're just thinking about that. So revisit and also revise your dreams and desires to expand on them, because you have grown so much. So your dreams and desires, they need to evolve, they need to expand based on who you have grown into. Because a dream or desire that you had beginning of the year, most likely you have outgrown that already because of the growth that you have experienced throughout this year. So revisit and revise your dreams and desires to be more expansive and more in alignment. Then thirdly is become aware of any of those doubts, the fears, the limiting beliefs, the limitations that are holding you back, any limiting habits, anything that's really holding you back, keeping you kind of stuck, keeping you kind of constricted. Become aware of that and work through that. Like I said, you can check out my other channel where it's all about shadow work, or you can do your own shadow work, or perhaps even join me inside Transcendence to get that support in breaking through those limitations. That would be really ideal. Do your work throughout November. And also remember, manifestation is heightened this month. So whenever you're becoming aware of any doubts and fears, do not dwell on it. Work through it as it comes to the surface, because you don't want to magnetize that. You want to say, okay, acknowledge that I'm feeling that. I'm going to do my work to heal, to clear, to transcend, to uncover the lesson, the message, the gift. Okay, and then I'm going to let that go, because I'm going to focus on the desire that I want to magnetize instead. So you want to do your work throughout November, or otherwise you're going to magnetize all the not so pleasant things. And then also the fourth thing I want to mention is expand on your manifesting practices. Ideally, have a daily manifesting practice, whether it's visualization, scripting, meditation, affirmations, whatever it is, to really help you manifest your desires. So here you go. You have the forecast for November. I really hope that you're going to make the most out of the energy that is available in November to really magnetize your desires, to really go after what you want, to expand into that more evolved version of you, going after those more evolved desires that you have, and that you really have a wonderful experience throughout this month. So thank you so much for watching. Also be sure to check out these two videos here. One is a light language activation to magnetize your desire, and another one is a video about living a soul-led life. Both can assist you with the energy this month as well. So thanks so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you again in the next video, hopefully also inside Transcendence. Until then, make an amazingly abundant and joyful day. Namaste.